こんにちは。これは2025年に日本語を学ぶための最高のガイドの一つです。
You understand, right, honey?
Hey everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood otaku Bazaar. Today we're talking about something that's haunted many of our dreams, learning Japanese. Now, disclaimer, I'm no fluent prodigy, but I've figured out some pretty effective hacks to make your language learning journey easier and, more importantly, way less painful. Real quick shout out to Tafugu. They're a fantastic resource that I personally recommend for diving deeper into the Japanese learning rabbit hole. Not sponsored, but I just really love their resource guide. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have an easy to follow game plan for finally mastering Japanese, even if you're lazy like me. Okay, first things first, let's talk about goals. You need to set clear, realistic ones because becoming fluent by next week isn't it. Trust me, I've tried. So, what's motivating you to learn Japanese? For me personally, I want to move to Japan and live and work there comfortably and without the daily embarrassment from not speaking the language. Your reason could be anything. Watching anime without subtitles, exploring Japan without anxiety, or even just impressing your friends. No judgment here. You want to set small, achievable milestones, like being able to order food, introduce yourself, hajimemashite, or understand your favorite anime without subtitles. Write these down and stick them somewhere visible to stay motivated. Remember, motivation is key, and knowing your why makes all the difference. And no, you won't become fluent overnight, though that would be amazing. And if you do, hit me up because I've got to learn your secrets. Alright, let's talk alphabets. Specifically, hiragana and katakana. The good news, they're way easier than they look. Both alphabets can honestly be memorized in just a few days if you dedicate a bit of daily time. And the way that I learn them, and the way that I recommend learning them, are through mnemonics. Basically those little memory stories or images. For example, the hiragana character Sa looks kind of like a samurai sword swinging down. You might have to use your imagination just a little bit, but once you start associating these kana with little stories or pictures, they are lifesavers. As I mentioned earlier, resources like Tafugu's kana guides can help you speed this along tremendously. And honestly, once you've got the kana down, you're already like way ahead in the game. Practicing kana regularly, or even just casually, can greatly accelerate your overall learning. You can try writing out words from your favorite anime titles or song lyrics. It's a little bit of practice to make it fun and relatable, but once you have that kana down, suddenly you can read anime titles like a pro. Kimetsu no Yaiba? Ha! Child's play. Okay, real talk time. Kanji. Kowai desu ne. It feels intimidating because, yes, there are thousands of them, but here's the hack. Spaced Repetition Systems, SRS. My favorite is Wanikani. No, they didn't pay me, but hey Wanikani, call me, please. But I like Wanikani because it's structured, beginner friendly, and free, most importantly, until you reach level 3. But trust me, that is plenty of time to figure out if you like it or not. If Wanikani isn't your thing, there's also Anki. And to be honest, I would use both of them kind of in pairing with each other. But fair warning, Anki is incredibly powerful, but notoriously tricky to set up at first. There are tons of free decks online, but if you'd like a quick guide on how to navigate Anki's quirky interface, let me know in the comments and I'll try my best to help you out. Then there's also typing versus writing. Honestly, I'm focused on typing because it's practical and more immediately useful, and because, I mean, let's be real, when's the last time you handwrote anything except your signature? If your goal is to mostly communicate digitally or understand written Japanese quickly, typing is perfectly fine and much less frustrating. Alright, immersion time. Consuming Japanese media is hands down the most enjoyable way to learn. Anime, music, video games, these aren't distractions, they're essential tools. Here's my situation. I don't have easy access to native Japanese speakers in my area, so my immersion happens entirely online. There's VR chats, Japanese worlds, Discord servers dedicated to language learning, and even just chatting with other learners have been my go-to resources. You definitely can't underestimate the power of casual exposure. Also, try to actively listen. Challenge yourself to recognize words or grammar structures you've learned. It's rewarding and it reinforces what you've studied. Even recognizing just one word can boost your confidence significantly. Sugoi desu ne. But bizarre.
しかしこれは日本語を話すことを学ぶためのビデオです。
Look, I hear you, and you're totally right. But let's face it, you can't really speak a language well if you don't know what you're talking about. Once you've got a solid grasp on the Kana and Kanji basics we covered earlier, speaking naturally becomes a lot easier. One major advantage you'll quickly notice is that Japanese borrows many words directly from English, mostly represented in katakana. For instance, kohi, coffee, computer, computer, gemu, game, hoteru, hotel. See, you're already speaking Japanese without even realizing it. Of course, grammar is crucial too, and it's honestly not as scary as it sounds. Here's a super quick comparison. So English follows a subject, verb, object order. I eat sushi. Japanese uses subject, object, verb. I sushi eat. Watashi wa sushi o tabumasu. Once you start to recognize patterns like this, you'll begin forming basic sentences and holding simple conversations in no time. But grammar is a massive topic, probably one deserving its own video. If you'd like more grammar deep dives, let me know in the comments below. Motivation is the biggest obstacle long term, but it's still manageable. Make sure to revisit your original goals pretty regularly. If you need a more structured goal, try taking something like the Japanese Language Proficiency Test or the JLPT. The lowest level is at N5, going all the way to N1, being in the native level basically. I myself am going to try to test for the N3 this coming December, so wish me luck. But passing even the easiest level can be an enormous confidence booster. Plus, it looks pretty good on a resume if you care about that sort of thing. Another major motivator, community. Join online communities like Reddit groups, Discord servers, or even local meetups if available. Having others to share your struggles and victories with make a massive difference. Learning together really does make the process less daunting and far more enjoyable. Also, keep it fun. Reward yourself regularly. Did you finish a manga, an episode of anime, or a level of WaniKani? Treat yourself. Alright, congrats! You've made it to the end. Here's a quick recap of what we went over. 1. You want to set clear and realistic goals. 2. You want to master hiragana and katakana quickly. Again, you can knock this out in like 1 to 3 days. 3. You want to tackle kanji with a spaced repetition system like WaniKani. Paired with tools like Anki, it can be an incredible way to quickly learn kanji. 4. Immerse yourself regularly with fun media. Music, anime, manga, whatever you can to get those ears listening. 5. Gain a basic understanding of grammar and try speaking. Even if it's just to yourself, but you definitely want to try to have some form of feedback so that way someone can tell you if your pronunciation is a little off. And 6. Stay motivated through community and structured milestones. Something like the JLPT or just calling your friend a loser in Japanese. Before you click away, I want to hear from you. What's your main motivation for learning Japanese? Drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Emily. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Stay motivated, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ja mata ne!
He's bizarre. He's bizarre. He's bizarre. Bizarre steps to his mic to make his little sounds. The weebs jump up and cheer. Hit subscribe and stick around. ASMR most times with Minecraft on the side. Some modded games or Deku there to soothe you when you cry. Go ahead, close your eyes, kick back and put him on, and get even more bizarre through his Patreon. Need a friendly pal to get you through the night? Well, get headphones, take a listen, and maybe hit subscribe. He's bizarre.